People are fed up. Nigel is, if you ask me, Nigel's still playing the game from 5 years ago. He's still trying to be politically correct.
Nigel Farage drops shocking insight into Tommy Robinson live on air. You're not going to believe what just happened. Nigel Farage, live on air, just gave one of the most unexpected takes on Tommy Robinson, and it's left both supporters and critics buzzing. This wasn't a scripted interview. This wasn't carefully staged. This was raw, live, and unfiltered, and it's already one of the most talked about political moments of the week. Farage didn't just talk about policy. He didn't just criticize from the sidelines. He went deeper, pulling back the curtain, and suggesting that what's driving Robinson isn't what the public has always been told. And the way he said it, you could hear the room change. The host went quiet, the callers went wild, and within minutes social media had erupted. So what exactly happened? Let's break it down. During a live broadcast, Nigel Farage, former UKIP leader and one of the most recognizable political voices in Britain, was asked directly about Tommy Robinson's influence on the current debate around protests, immigration, and so-called free speech festivals. Now, Robinson has always been a polarizing figure. To some, he's seen as a grassroots activist who challenges the establishment. To others, he's viewed as a provocateur who thrives on outrage. But Farage, he did something different. Instead of just dismissing Robinson or giving him quiet support, he painted a bigger picture. He suggested that Robinson's moves are less about ideology and more about personal strategy. Farage described it as a performance designed for the moment, a way to stay relevant in a shifting political landscape where social media outrage can matter just as much as votes. It was a comment that immediately reframed the debate. And here's where things got heated. As soon as Farage's comments hit the air, Twitter lit up. Some praised him, saying, "Finally, someone who knows the game is calling it out." Others were furious, arguing that Farage was downplaying Robinson's real influence, or even giving him more attention than he deserves. One political commentator summed it up with a sharp line. Farage just did what Parliament can't. He stripped the showmanship away and called it for what it is. Meanwhile, callers to the show divided into two camps. Some said Robinson had every right to stage his events, calling it free expression. Others accused him of using the chaos to build his brand, not the country. The tension was undeniable, and it hasn't slowed down since. This isn't just another Farage soundbite. This could be a turning point in how the public sees Robinson. For years, his critics have accused him of seeking publicity above all else. But when that idea comes from Nigel Farage, a man who knows exactly how media attention works, and who has built entire movements around knowing when to seize the moment, it hits differently. It's not just opposition voices saying it anymore. It's someone who has been in the political trenches, who knows what it takes to stay relevant, who understands exactly how outrage can be used as political currency. And in today's Britain, with trust in politics at an all-time low, and with anger simmering across communities, that observation carries weight. Insiders close to the Conservative Party reportedly told one outlet, "Farage is speaking what many of us think, but can't say." Robinson thrives on being underestimated, and this is his tactic to stay in the headlines. Meanwhile, ordinary viewers had their own takes. One person wrote, "Farage just exposed the game, and now Robinson supporters have no excuse." Another argued, "This isn't about exposure. It's about the fact that Farage still underestimates how deep the support runs." And that's the clash. Is Robinson just riding the outrage wave for attention? Or does he genuinely represent a political force the establishment can't contain? Farage's words might sound simple, but their implications are huge. If Robinson's actions are seen more as theater than politics, does that strip away his influence, or make him even more dangerous as a political showman? If voters believe his moves are calculated rather than authentic, does that weaken his base, or does it energize those who already distrust the mainstream? And here's the kicker: what does this mean for Farage himself? Because by calling Robinson out in this way, he's not just analyzing. He's positioning. Farage knows Robinson's appeal reaches into audiences he himself has tried to court. By making this move, he could be drawing a sharp line, staking his own claim in the battle for influence on the populist right. So let's step back. Nigel Farage just shook the table, live on air, by putting words to what many suspected, that Tommy Robinson's moves are as much about survival and spotlight as they are about principle. And whether you love Robinson or loathe him, this moment changes the conversation. Because now, The question isn't just, what does Robinson want? It's, what happens when a figure like Farage openly calls it out? The political ground is shifting. The battle for influence is only just beginning, and the question remains. If this is only the opening move, how much deeper does it go?